Presenting the Musial Award to Jack and representing the United States Tennis Association is Mary Bushman, Executive Director of the USTA's Missouri Valley section. Our thanks to Mary for joining us from Kansas City. He's among the top-ranked men's tennis players in America and in the world. He's an Olympic gold medalist. Here he is, Jack Sock. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Now, here's what you don't know. Lightning strikes twice, because this just happened again. This gesture of calling one in when it was out happened again recently. Tell us about that.
Yeah, our last tournament of the year was in Paris a few weeks ago. I was playing in the third round there against the French guy, so not many of the fans were cheering for me, that's for sure. And it was late in the first set. Similar-ish, circumstance to Australia early in the year, and he hit a serve, aced me again, too good, and they called it out. And at that point, it goes both ways a lot throughout the year. You get calls, your opponent gets calls, and at that point, I just said, too good. It's advantage him, and they went on to hold that game.
Wait a second. What about tennis being? You cannot be serious. What happened to that?
That's a lot of people think of tennis and American tennis. Obviously, you have Johnny Mack and a few guys that were fiery and like to show their emotions on court. And I definitely have those moments. You get fired up and you have a lot of energy out there. But like I said, it's a long year, and in tennis, it's more of a fraternity thing. Everyone's pretty good friends with the other players, and at the end of the day. My parents, raised me well enough to realize, when to, make the right turn. And at that point, you just got to give it to them a few times.
So, I know your family and your brother particularly went through a tough time recently. Tell us about that and how that affected you.
Yeah, that was, some things come out of nowhere. End of 2014. I finished the year on tour. I was living actually in Florida at the time, training a little bit. I came home, to see my family. I actually surprised them, didn't tell them I was flying home right before Thanksgiving. And, I was home for a little bit. I ended up tearing my pelvis at the time. And right around the same time, my brother goes from, when we take him to urgent care and they say, it's just kind of flu-like symptoms. A few days later, it turns into, rushing him into the ER, him being in the hospital a few weeks. Pretty much on life support, not being able to breathe on his own. Ends up having double pneumonia in his lungs. And, without our doctor there at home, Michael Monaco, he wouldn't be with us here today. They said he had, we took him in on a Friday morning. They said by Saturday he would have been gone. So, that was a real eye-opener. I travel all year. I'm not with my family much. So that was the time I chose to move back to Kansas City, be around family and friends. And at that point, I realized my life and a lot of athletes, it's bigger than what we do out there, on stage. And so for me, it was a real eye-opener, and I was able to, once he got healthy after a few months, he was able to travel with me for a while and share the experiences with me. But I definitely go out there now with him always there with me and playing for them.
So you came home from Rio with a gold medal and a bronze medal, but it seems to me, just from the things that I've read about you in our video, that it was more than that for you.
100%. Tamika, touched on it a little bit. It's already a massive honor to go down, and be a part of it, to come away with medals, as she has many of her own. Come away with a medal and gold especially. Words can't really even describe the moment. It's very surreal. But yeah, just to go down, wear the red, white, and blue, be a part of that community, be a part of that. It's hard to even to explain. Just to be a part of everyone there. Going to the USA House, being in the village with everyone, eating with other athletes, all of it together. If I have the chance to go again in the future, it would. It takes a split-second decision to say yes for sure.
Well, we are really proud that you were here tonight to be with us. So congratulations on the award. Jack Sock.